Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome to the channel. I hope you're well. So this is film number 4. I think it's going to take about 6-8 films for me to really kind of find my voice and style and start kind of putting out stuff that I'm really proud of, but we're getting there. I have taken some feedback on board and we split apart the travel pieces from the food pieces. So this film is just about some cooking and some food and a lovely lunch that we can make with a product you don't find very often here. Mexican inspired, but with a Slovenian Italian bent. So something simple still, but a little different, hopefully. Keep the comments coming, by the way. It's kind of hard when you're on the inside looking out to somehow all the time understand what's working and what isn't. So I really value your input. But anyway, let's get to it. It's a little grey today. It'll be sunny again tomorrow. But I started filming this yesterday when it was beautiful. And I think you'll agree, the backdrop's something special. Enjoy. You know, the Slovenes, they love their pork. My God, they love their pork. Pork everywhere, and beef. Big slabs of beef, loads of pork. And it's quite difficult to find things other than that, really. I love lamb growing up in the UK. We are a nation of lamb lovers. And yesterday, I saw this for sale in a local market that supplies products from local farmers. And I have a rule these days where I try and avoid eating young things. You know, suckling pig, spring lamb, veal. I try and avoid it. Veal's another one that's difficult to avoid in this part of the world. It's just that, I mean, it's a silly principle really for me, but it's like if I'm going to eat an animal, I at least want it to have some life. But also as a cook, I think that animals that have been around a little longer have got a lot more flavour. In the UK now, there's even a little bit of a resurgence to mutton in some areas because people are starting to respect it for what it is, which is a really beautiful, tasty piece of meat. But I had to break my principles yesterday because I found this, which was a little 4 leg and shoulder of lamb, and it's so hard to come by here. But when I saw it, I thought I have to have it. I knew that would happen, by the way. I'm not bothered. Now, there's not huge amounts of meat on it, to be honest, but it wasn't that expensive. But I thought I've got to do something with this as a little treat to myself. Breaking all of my principles, but you know, I mean, that's just going to keep happening, isn't it, really? So yeah, we're going to do something with this day, and I've had an idea to do something a little different. I tend not to cook that traditionally anyway, but in terms of cooking this, I'm just going to slow cook it, and I'm going to keep it quite simple. I don't want to do too much to it. It's going to be, because it's young, it's going to have quite delicate flavours, so I don't want to overpower that. I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to look around the corner and see if my dog's there. She is. Florence has been off on a walk. I'm just going to take a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to use some garlic powder just because I had it in and it needs using up. Obviously you can use fresh garlic if you want, but a little bit of garlic powder on there as well. Should have brought a towel with me because now my hands are all greasy. I got some rosemary out the garden. A couple of those under there. One on top. Now I've got to turn the pepper on. I bet I can't because I bet my hands are too oily. We're going to imagine there's lots of pepper going on there. And as we say in the advertising industry, I'll fix it in post. Greasy hands. A tiny pinch of salt, not much because I'm going to adjust that later. And then just a little bit of sweet roasted paprika pepper, pimenton. Not a lot, I just want a little touch of it because it's going to marry with some of the other stuff I'm going to do later. So, simple as that. Wrap that up. I'm going to stick it in an oven, 120, 130 degrees. I mean, something this small isn't going to take that long. I'm going to keep an eye on it after about an hour and a half. And we'll see where we get to. Basically, what we want is we want that slow cooking down. We want that meat just falling off the bone. And we'll check in with it a little bit later. Hello. So we're back inside. Makes things a little easier. Not quite as glamorous a backdrop, but that's okay. In the end, I gave this beauty about 3.5 to 4 hours, but I gave it at 120 degrees Celsius, so super low and slow. So I'm going to pull that off the bone. I've kept the juices and the oil that came out of that back for a reason, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of a version of Mexican tacos, birria tacos. I've got what looks like a taco, but it isn't. It's called piadini, which is an Italian kind of flatbread. It's a bit more delicate, if I'm honest. Not quite as pliable, but it'll work. I've got these amazing Cipolla Rossa di Tropea Calabria. They're IGP protected species of red onions. Just for a little garnish, but they're beautiful, so I got them anyway. I've got some pickled cherries that I made, which is just water, cider vinegar, dark brown sugar, peppercorns, and thyme. And to preserve them, I pickled a bunch the other week. So that's going to add a nice acidity, a nice piquancy to cut through the richness of the meat. I've got some stracciatella cheese, which is a local young cow's milk cheese from this region, from the north of Italy. You can see it's beautiful. And some parsley, and that's it. So I'm going to put all this together for a slightly naughty, dirty dinner. I'll pull this off the bone and then we'll come back. Right, we're back. Look at that. So that all came off. Those bones are enough, as my mother would say, enough to make a dog leave the table with tears in its eyes. Let's do some cooking. So in my pan, I've got the oils that came out of the cooking. Now all this is the same principles of some Mexican food, but I'm just using more local ingredients, but it's the same thing. So when you do like beef rib tacos are just the best. And you cook them normally with smoked chilies, and you get this amazing, slightly smoky, fatty. This oil comes out of the beef when you cook it. And what you do is you dunk the tortillas in that oil. And whilst there isn't the same level of oil, and you could argue it hasn't got the same flavors necessarily, I'm going to use the same principle here. And also, hopefully, it should soften up these piadinis, because they are very fragile compared to normal tacos. Right, what we're going to do is get some of this amazing mixture. So I'm going to put the lamb in there like that. I am going to put some of this stracchino, I should know, shouldn't I really? Shame on me. Some of that cheese in there. Excuse me for licking fingers, but it was only me going to eat it. I'm going to get my pickled cherries. I'm going to get a few of my lovely red onions, which are actually white, but you get the vibe, and then a little bit of parsley. Whoa. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a minute, and then I'm going to fold it, and then we're going to fry both sides. Oh, it's filthy, but it's filthy good. Back in a second. And as if by magic, we're back. Ooh, went a touch further than I wanted, but that was because I was too busy taking photos of it. But look at that. Whoa, it's dirty. Boomf. There you go. In the end, I didn't even have to fry it on both sides. It just cooked so quickly in that pan with the juices. And then you've got that beautiful taco. I'm going to put, what am I doing? There you go. Just a little bit of olive oil here. And there you have it. My version using Birria and Italian ingredients of a birria fried taco with slow roasted leg of lamb, pickled cherries, straccheri cheese, onions, and a bit of parsley. There we go, kids. Can't wait to tuck in. Hold up. Okay. Most of the time, in fact all of the time I cook something on here, it's the first time I've cooked it, either the first time I've tried a recipe, or like today, the first time I've come up with something and thought we'd give it a go, you know? But recipes evolve and develop, and after I've made that first version, I was like, it's not quite right. So I thought we'd go with stage 2, and you can see how we evolve something. So, so we're here again with our piadini, and again dipped in the fat. Now, if you use a bigger lamb shoulder, it goes back to what I was saying about younger animals versus older animals. A bigger lamb shoulder from an older animal, there'll be more fat come out of that, which means you can cook in it, perfect. We can use it for something else I'm going to do. I've had to cheat a little bit here and reduce down some spiced sausage and a bit of olive oil just to give some oil with flavour. But anyway, that's what's got in there. So we can do this again, right? We can put in our lovely lamb. We can load up with, like I said yesterday, the cherries. You want to really load up with those bad boys to get that piquancy, that little bit. Now the big change I wanted to make was the cheese. The cheese I used yesterday, straccheri, it's too soft and too delicate, and we need something else. So I thought we could use, first of all, I thought some smoked cheese that melts well. Scaramozza, which is a beautiful Italian cheese. It's from southern Italy, but it's got that smoked flavour, which is nice. So we can use some of that. But then I thought I wanted to go local as well. So I've got this Montasio, which is a cheese, part of the Friuli region of cheeses. So it's just from next door. Salt and pepper, which was the other thing I said we needed to add more of from yesterday. Like so. Some of those onions. By the way, if you use these two cheeses together just with these onions in one of these, like a cheese and onion piadini, oh, that's fantastic on its own. And also, if you want to go Slovenian, by the way, Tolmin's cheese from up towards Kobarid and Tolmin. It's also a lovely cheese that would work well in this. So I think that's everything. So more cheese, salt and pepper, more of the pickled cherries. I'm going to get my little magic flipper, excuse me when I stand up. I folded that over, and I'm pretty sure I'll have done a jump cut between starting and finishing because it wasn't the most elegant. I probably overfilled it a touch, but we're getting there, you see, that's what we want. And I'm just gonna fry that off a little bit. I'm gonna flip that over. Oh. And I think that's gonna work out better than yesterday, but I'm not done yet. Oh no, sirree. Oh no, madam. Oh no, non-binary. Whatever you want to call that phrase these days. The birria tacos normally have a dipping sauce. So again, if you've got that cooking liquor that comes out of the meat, you normally dip your taco into that. And I realised yesterday I'd actually had this idea and then kind of forgot about it. I thought we need that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this stuff. Ivar. Now then, if you're in the Balkans, there's no way you don't know what this is. It's like a ketchup down here. So Ivar is basically roasted peppers cooked down into a paste. Some recipes have aubergine, eggplant, in it as well. I have a Bosnian friend of mine who threatened to castrate me if I put that in. So this is, and I'll do a whole thing on Ivar another day because I love this stuff. So we're going to put some of that into a bowl. So Ivar, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to that just to make it a bit more of a paste. Like I say, if you're doing like a bigger shoulder of lamb, you're going to get all the fats and juices from the lamb. I would be adding that to this. It's going to be even better. Put that in there. I want a little bit more. And I'm going to add a little bit of this hot smoked paprika. In no way local to anywhere around here, although there is a Calabrian paste. If you ever saw my video on tripe, cooking tripe, beautiful Calabrian tripe. I know this may, if you didn't see it, you may think, what am I talking about? But trust me, it is beautiful. I've just remembered I'm wearing my glasses, so you're going to get a reflection, so we'll take them off. So put that and that in. I'm going to have a quick taste. It's nice. So, and that's just going to be my dipping sauce. So we're going to get this, clean up a bit, come back with version 2, have a taste of that and see what we think. Ta-da! So there we go. That's version 2, and I am willing to bet that's fantastic. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. I do feel sometimes maybe I see all the younger kids and everything's jump cuts and super fast and quick. I prefer that more talkative style. I do try and speed it up where I can, but let me know in the comments what you think. If you do like it, please, I know everyone says it, but the like and subscribe, that's the way these channels grow. It's a great way to show support for nothing. 2 clicks, 3 if you include the bell for notifications. There'll be another film coming in a couple of days based around travel and another bit of exploration of this amazing place. And don't forget to check the links out in the description. You can come here and join me for food and wine adventures. You can get the products that people here produce to your home across the EU. There's a bunch of stuff on tastewithjase.com. So have a look, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.